Crypto is a really fickle thing, isn't it? We were led to believe over time that crypto A was a hedge against inflation, which has obviously been proven to be largely incorrect. And we also felt that crypto and the traditional stock market were inversely proportional to one another, or inversely correlated. So we thought that when crypto went up, the stock market would go down, and vice versa. But again, we found that crypto and the stock market is actually very closely correlated in terms of returns and in terms of the pullbacks that we've seen. If you've got crypto on any platform, you will have noticed that in 2023 so far, your investment has absolutely rocketed. So I did a little bit of digging into why this is apparently going on. And what it boils down to is essentially three key things. Firstly, inflation is clearly starting to slow down. Secondly, people think that governments and central banks are going to start to reduce or slow the interest rate growth. And thirdly, both of these first two have had an impact on market sentiment around the cryptocurrency space. And if you want my honest opinion, people have probably also forgotten about some of the turmoil of the market last year in terms of Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX and Binance. To me, it feels like the whole saga around that sector has quietened down a lot, and I've really not seen much reporting on this over the last month. Back in November and December, YouTube was littered with people slating cryptocurrency, slating FTX, slating Sam Bankman-Fried, but now it's definitely slowed and essentially stopped. As with anything in finance, things are cyclical. So we'll probably go through a phase of people reinvesting into cryptocurrency at the moment, people starting to get more interested in it again, which therefore means that there will be more schemes and more different approaches that people bring in to potentially make a little bit of dirty, sketchy money, shall we call it, before the whole problem happens all over again and we're stood there scratching our head asking how the same thing has repeated itself. But for now, looking at my portfolio, I am very, very happy with the rally. I mean, all you've got to do is look at the year-to-date graphs of both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin is up 33.8% so far year-to-date, and Ethereum over here is up 33.35%. Of course, this is not sustainable whatsoever, and I, of course, expect it to pull back somewhat. But it does seem to have gone parabolic again. It is also, of course, interesting to look at essentially the overreaction that people had in crypto last year. If you have a look over the last year, crypto is still down 30.23%. However, if you extend that time horizon to 5 years, crypto has almost doubled in value, or Ethereum in this case is up 92.67% over the last 5 years. Now, there's not many investments that you can hold out there which would be able to say it has a rate of return that high. Bitcoin is fairly similar as well. Over the last year, it's down 31%, but over the last 5 years, it's up 180%. So yes, last year was an incredibly poor year for the market. We know why that happened. But if you extend that time horizon to essentially an investing time horizon of 5 years plus, the picture is very, very different indeed. Cryptocurrency is, of course, unlike any other investment, with proportionally the demographic investing into crypto being to the lower age of the age spectrum, which does mean that people can be more impulsive, people make decisions without considering the long-term prospect of those decisions, and also people consider smaller time horizons than larger time horizons. We know that data is showing people are a lot more impulsive now, people want instant gratification, and people struggle to wait for returns. And I think just looking at these two graphs here, the year, the 1 year, and seeing the news that we had last year and the panic that we had last year, does kind of align with that, especially when you open it up to that longer time horizon and see that this is almost tripled in value, over the last 5 years. So today I'm just going to hop in and have a quick look at my cryptocurrency portfolio. Nothing too detailed, nothing too deep divey today, but we're going to add these into our regular updates just to see what's happening with crypto really. So my portfolio is currently valued on the 21st of December at £968.79. And if we click through to my portfolio, we can have a look at the two holdings within this, which is of course Ethereum and Bitcoin. So my assets are sat on screen here. I've currently got 0.4224 of an Ethereum coin. Really want to be able to say that I own a full Ethereum coin. So hopefully by the end of this year, maybe by the end of next year, I actually hold one full Ethereum. Current value of £556.13. And if we hop in and have a look at Ethereum's growth over the last few days, or last month even, sorry, you can see it's grown from kind of under £1,000 to where it's sat now at £1,317. If we flick back across then to Bitcoin, I currently own £408.74 worth of Bitcoin, which equates to 0.0223 of a coin. And again, here I'm hoping to be able to at some point achieve 0.1 of a coin and slowly keep adding to that over time. I prefer to keep a very small portion of my portfolio, my overall portfolio, in cryptocurrency because of its volatility. Something less than 5%, between 3 and 5% of my overall invested net worth is something that I feel comfortable with. This is of course for now all housed on the Coinbase platform, but I will be looking at getting a ledger where I can move it off chain once the investment gets to a more substantial size. So once we're looking at kind of £2,000, £2,500, I'll then consider moving it off chain. But for now, I'm happy to keep it in Coinbase. Of course, if you don't use Coinbase or you just fancy getting yourself a bit of free crypto, I've got a link down in the description below, which will at the moment get you £8.07 of cryptocurrency, or Bitcoin specifically, when you invest £80.68 on the platform. So if you haven't started investing in crypto, or you just fancy a little bit of free money, check out that link in the description below because it will help both of us out that little bit. I do think it could be another interesting year ahead. People have obviously touted 2023 as being a bit stagnant and nothing really much going on, but the beginning of the year so far has been anything but that. The large cryptocurrencies, Ethereum and Bitcoin, have rallied over 33% so far this year. And if you look at the last month data, there's still some crazy coins out here which have rallied over 8,000%. Wouldn't recommend investing in that right now, but definitely people have made a lot of money there. And if you look through here, there are again some crazy gains in the cryptocurrency market, which does show that people are again trusting in the space, with people like Shiba Inu down here actually rallying 215%. It's of course, when people are doing this, when things are rallying like this, be incredibly careful about what you're investing in. Don't just invest in something because somebody's touted it as being the next big thing or the next whatever coin that's going to make you rich. You've got to really think about what you're doing, because it is still a very unregulated space and people are out there to make money for themselves at the end of the day. So there we go, on ending this video, quick update video of my cryptocurrency portfolio in Coinbase, valued at £9,056.43 in January. Let's see where this is next month. I'm hoping to continue to see this rise and see where it takes us by the end of the year. If you want to check out my portfolio update in December, so about 3 weeks ago, you can check that out here where it is valued at around £600 or so. And if you want to see my overall Vanguard portfolio, which is where I hold the lion's share of my wealth, you can check that one out just here. I'll see you in one of them next.